were saying you were liking the tree pose. How's your body?
Good, I'm starting to get better balance.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It is nice if you take off your shoes.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
invite you
yeah,
to
yeah,
take
sure.
off your shoes. That makes it a little harder to balance, but it actually helps support like the neural pathways and nerve to balancing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus,
for
some
sure.
say bare feet on the earth is gonna like cure everything,
Found you.
ground you in a good way. Nice. Well, we'll just get started. I'll try to have it, it'll be somewhat similar to before, but I'll try to put in some things that are unique so you have like more diversity of movements
Okay.
to like work with. And I was playing with grabbing the back of the chair, but I brought us straps in case that's too tight, and you can loop this around the back of your chair so you can kind of set your strap to the way that works for you.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're gonna lean back, and you're gonna open your arms and take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, we're gonna bring the arms forward, and you're gonna roll each vertebrae up. So actually, I think you leave the strap in one spot. Or if you try grabbing your chair, just as the sides here. Yeah. So we'll inhale, big back bend. Exhale, forward fold. And then we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. For that inhale, we'll find our back bend.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, or find the
Stretchable
right
belt.
the right amount on the belt. Yep. Perfect. And exhale, coming forward. We'll do that a few more times. Slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, forward fold. Last one, inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Back bend at the top. And this exhale, we'll just can release the strap, and we'll bring our hands on our knees. And we'll bring our hands onto our shoulders. And so we'll do a Bhastrika breath. So this is going to be inhale, you lift the shoulders. Exhale, both through the nostrils. Try to keep it nice and rhythmic, and you can go at your own pace, and I'll try to keep a pace that works too for you. So let the lift really come from bringing the shoulders towards the ears, then the elbows so much. Yeah, right. Yep. Exhale, we're going to hold the breath. We can release the hands and just draw your navel towards your spine any amount. Holding as long as feels safe and reasonable. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to inhale, filling the lungs, belly, upper chest. And we're going to hold here. Again, just as long as that's reasonable and works for your body. And then whenever you're ready, you'll just gently release. We'll flip the palms facing up, and on the inhales, we'll expand the hands. And exhale, we'll gently clasp. One more time. Release, and then we'll take one of our blocks, and we'll scoot to the very edge of our chair. And we're going to squeeze the block in between our legs. And if somebody needed, you could always have like a strap tied to something else, or you could like use another chair here. I'm making my video for more people than you, so I'm just thinking if they're not able. And so we're gonna lift our arms up, and we're gonna just lean forward slowly, and eventually you're gonna hover. Yep, you're gonna hover just off. Nice. And try to sit actually so you're just almost above your chair. And inhale, we're gonna rise up. Squeezing the block. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna just relax here. We're sort of sending that block back behind us. So we're rotating our legs internally towards the center. Nice deep breaths here. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, nice flat back, and we'll come all the way up. Just gathering energy. A little back bend at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, we sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, nice flat back. And you can bend the knees as much as you need. And then on an inhale, we're gonna bend the knees like we're sitting down, but we're gonna just hover above our chair for that chair pose, Utkatasana. Nice. Nice deep breaths. And then we're gonna slowly set all the way back. Nice. Exhale, release the hands. We're gonna grab one side of our chair. We're gonna lean way over. So I'm actually pressing into that bar and the opposite hip's going down. So get a nice stretch. We'll release our hand behind the back of our head, and on our inhales we'll look back towards our elbow any amount. Exhale. Elbow to opposite knee. Inhale, open. Exhale. Any amount, elbow to opposite knee. Inhale, open. And then this time we're going to reach up through center. Exhale. Release our hands down. We can use the chair or the strap, or we can just back bend any amount. And exhale, rolling through the spine. Inhale, rolling up. And we'll sweep arms. And exhale, we're going to release this opposite hand down, and I'm grabbing it, but I'm pressing down and the opposite hip. So this arm and this hip are pressing down, and we reach up. Nice, yeah. Nice deep breaths. And then we're going to release our hand behind our skull, and inhale, we look back towards the elbow any amount. Exhale, elbow to opposite knee any amount. No force. Inhale, we rise and open. Exhale. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale. And then we open up. And we rise through center. Exhale. We're gonna just lower it. Let's remove the block, and we're just gonna open our legs wide, and you're gonna just relax the spine. Nice deep breaths. And you can reach your hands out in front of you, and you're sending your hips back behind you without force, but just inviting a lengthening or spaciousness. And then you're going to slowly send your hips back onto your seat, and it's going to just start to stack the spine one vertebrae at a time. And we'll sweep the arms nice and wide. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll scoot to the edge, and we're going to open our legs a little wider. And we can bring a block to the outside of our left leg, I guess. One leg. And then we're going to reach here. Exhale, we're like gonna bring your arm like there's a resistance. So you're bringing your arm down. Inhale, you reach again. Exhale, grabbing it, imagining there's a resistance. Nice and slow. Inhale one more time. Exhale, drop. Inhale, we reach up. And this time we're going to use our energy and come back to center. So for me, I think I want my block a little higher. So I'm going to stack a block underneath and then one on top. I don't know, did you get a little pinchy at all, or I'm not sure? You listen to your body. For me, I felt like I wanted a little bit more space in it than I just had. So
I didn't feel pinchy.
okay, I had like just a little slight where I think being more up is gonna create more space.
Okay.
So you can experiment and then you can decide. Regularly, you'll want to do the sides similarly usually, but then you can feel into it.
Mhm.
So we'll sweep our arms open wide. Exhale, we'll plant our hand on that second side. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, we grab and we pull it down. Inhale, sweep the arm up. And we're kind of lengthening our spine each time as we re-reach. Exhale, pull. One more time like that. Exhale, pull it down. And then inhale, we'll sweep it up. And then this time we come back to center. Bring both arms. And we're going to bring our hands clasped to the back of our head. So we'll do a nice slow breathing. You're going to inhale and center. Exhale, opposite knee to elbow. And you don't have to go all the way. Any amount. Inhale to center. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, center. Exhale, knee to elbow. And moving with your breath. One more time on each side. Inhale to center. Exhale, we're going to forward fold and do this nice big drape again. This time we're going to rotate our feet so they're facing more forward, and you're going to lift your bottom up so you're in a standing wide leg forward fold. Does that feel okay? And we can always have our blocks under our hands if that's helpful. And then you're going to reach your left hand towards your right leg. And you can always have that up on a block. And you're going to twist towards the right. Exhale, release. Kill the mosquito on your rotation to the other side. And then we'll open up towards the left. Yep. Nice long spine. Yeah, here, let's pop this up and then think about your spine being long versus going in the fold. Yeah. Exhale, release. And we'll do a wide leg forward fold again. And then we're going to slowly just walk our feet together. And gently bend the knees, and we're going to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. And we'll sweep our arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice. So we're going to turn the chair like this and make sure it's nice and steady, and then we're going to bring a foot onto the chair. So we're like in a lunge. Yep. Perfect. Does that work? Excellent.
Yep.
And then on your inhale, you're going to bend the knee any amount. Exhale, you're going to straighten that leg any amount. that okay, or is it too high? 'Cause we can
Yeah,
have
that's
it
good.
lower. Okay, inhale, we're gonna open or lunge, and we'll stay here for a few breaths. So really pressing down through that back leg. Nice deep breath. Exhale, we're gonna turn towards that front leg. Towards me. Other way, other way. Yep. Careful, careful. Inhale to center. And then exhale, we're gonna straighten the front leg. Yep. And then we're gonna slowly, however works best for you, you're gonna step that leg off your chair. And we could always have, like, you could use a stair or something else if the chair's a bit much. And then we're gonna do a down dog with our chair. We want some weight going into the hands. Yep, nice deep breaths. And then walk your feet back just a little and almost imagine then your low back and your sacrum, you're bending your knees so much is actually like a little back bend. Yeah. Nice deep breath. And then we'll slowly walk forward a few steps. And then we're going to find that high lunge on the second side. So we'll come standing. Yep. And then we're going to place our left foot on our chair. Our right foot on our chair. Pardon me. Yep. So get nice and stable, and then when you're ready, we'll elevate the arms. Really pressing into that back foot. Almost like you're trying to jump. You're getting the advanced chair yoga for sure. I don't think I can take this one as a class. And then we're going to turn towards that front leg. So towards the house. Mm-hmm. Oh.
You want to pause?
No, I think that I haven't played with it since I've been home, so I have a feeling the battery's dead or the memory's full, so I think it'll be more of an endeavor.
Okay.
I'm open to at the moment. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, slowly straightening that front leg and forward folding on that front leg. And you can always bend that knee a little if it helps to be more like stable, but we're working towards straight. And then slowly, gently, and getting free, we're going to remove our foot from the chair and we'll find that down dog shape again.
My knee was way bent.
That's okay. Did you feel a little stretch in your hamstring?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's all that matters. And then we're going to slowly see if you can lean forward and come into a plank on there. Yep. And then we're going to just see if we could do like a little up dog kind of version. And then we'll go back. And we'll step forward and come standing. Does that feel okay on your wrist? Or is
Yeah.
that a little bit okay? Because your
Yeah.
wrist, no, your shoulder.
No, my wrist was.
I know your knees are knobby.
Yeah.
And your shoulder
My
was
elbows are not.
good times. How you know that you're having a good time?
No, that felt good on the wrist.
Okay,
This
good.
cushion helped.
Okay, good. I just wanted to check in about that. Yeah, if it felt doable.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a few different standing ones now, since
Okay.
you said that those were so helpful.
Okay.
So, we'll have our chair to one side of us. And we can use that as a little prop. You could always, I don't know, if it works, you could stand next to me too. I don't know if it's a little flatter over here. And let's see, so first we'll do tree pose. So we're gonna pour our weight into the hip mirror chair this time. And then we're gonna find a little kickstand at first. Yep, and
Actually-
you don't have to use the chair.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much.
do it without,
I have my arms out. I can.
do it a little better.
I did it this morning.
Good, good. Yeah, and if you want to bring that foot off, if you try to bring it to your calf, because you can press it into your calf, and you press the calf and the foot together, and it helps create balance. Nice. We'll go ahead and come out of it. So we're gonna try another standing pose, just to like
Okay.
give you more ideas. So you can
I
use the
did much
video.
better this morning.
I believe you. You always do better when I'm not there. I know it.
Too much pressure.
Yeah. So, so this one, I'm gonna just say, like, it's nice to just have the chair there and you don't have to use it.
Okay.
But you do you, but that's cause we're gonna, on this one, we're gonna try to grab
Oh,
the
I'm
back
gonna
of our
pick it up
foot.
on this. Should I switch it?
No, we're still on the same side. Do you wanna, do you wanna strap? Let's see. Here.
Okay.
And then you can let it down as much as it wants.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
force it to
Mhm.
be any kind of way. It's more of a balancing practice. We're just here. And then maybe if you're feeling steady, that other arm can lift up. Nice. And then just see if you can keep your body in one line, and you're gonna just lean like 3 inches forward. Okay, and come back, and then we'll release the strap. Let's just take the chair for a second, and then you're gonna bring that knee in front of you, and you're gonna hold the outside of it.
Awesome.
Yep. I'll do a couple ankle circles over here. And reverse. And then we're gonna see, you can have one hand on the chair. We're gonna just gently lower this leg as slowly as you can. And you're gonna send it back behind you just any amount. And then you're gonna tap your toes. And then we're gonna bring it back. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 more time. And up. And then we'll release it down. And we'll just kind of shake it out. Where did you feel that?
Did you hear my knee pop?
No, that was the good pop that brings it back into
That's a good
alignment.
pop,
Okay.
yeah.
So we'll shake it out. And we'll do a couple of heel drops between sides before we switch our chairs. So find a less rocky spot, and you're just gonna almost like that first practice we were doing, only it's with your whole body. Three more. And release. And then we're
Nice.
gonna bring our chair over to the second side to do those standing poses on the second side. Or when you're at home by yourself, you can just turn around. If you can just listen and not watch the video, you don't have to move the chair around so much.
Mm.
So we're gonna pour our weight into the leg next to our chair. And then we're gonna find our little kickstand. And then I think it's nice when you have the chair still to press the foot and the calf together, and then when you have that stability of that tension created, then maybe you release the hands here. Nice deep breaths. Whoop. Few more breaths here. And 3 more deep breaths. And we'll slowly release. And so then we'll find the strap. Go right behind you. And then you can kind of make a little loop beforehand. Or you can do it, I like it this way because if someone were to like, whoa, fall down, the strap just comes off completely. You can loop it in different ways, but I think for right now, this nice big open loop is great. So we have the loop, and then we kind of find our balance. So we have the same, so right arm, right leg together, yep. And then once you feel a little stability, maybe we lift this opposite arm up. Focusing the vision on one place on the ground is going to give us the most stability. And then if you're feeling stable for another day when it's a little smoother, you're going to just lean like 3 inches forward. And you're putting a little pressure in that loop with your foot. You're kind of kicking your foot into it. Yeah, and it creates some stability. And then we'll slowly release. And we'll release our strap, and we're going to bring that knee forward. So, wait, other knee.
Oh, other knee?
Yep, release your strap.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yep, so we're on the same standing leg. And we'll do a few ankle circles. In both directions. And then we're gonna slowly lower that leg, but we're sending it back behind us. And we're just gonna tap the toes. And then we're gonna bring it back up. 2 more times like that. I feel it a lot in my outer hip is where the stabilizing is coming from. Last one. And up. And then we'll release. And we'll make sure we have a not too rocky of a spot to do our heel drops again. So we're just gonna and we'll release. And just pausing triangle pose now. So we're gonna step wide on the side of our chair. And then our one foot is gonna point towards the chair and the other foot is parallel. Yep. And then we're just gonna, you might walk yourself away a little bit. You're just gonna find a nice triangle pose. So you might wiggle yourself away from your chair to the right point. Yep. And we can stay here, or we can release that hand behind our head, and on our inhale, looking towards the elbow, exhale. Elbow just like loosely towards opposite knee. They don't need to touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. One more time like that. Exhale, release. And this time we're gonna grab both hands on the back of the chair. And then you're gonna turn, and so both your hips are facing the chair. Yeah, you can pick your feet up a little bit. Yep. Yep, and you could bring them a little closer to each other so like this gap is narrower. Yep. And then we're just gonna forward fold over the extended legs. And then we'll slowly come up, and we'll just stand for a second. And then we're gonna bring our chair to the second side. We'll do that on the second side. Yep, so we're gonna have like, you know, sort of based on what you did last time, you might have a little idea about how far you want your chair. And then you're gonna turn so your foot closest to the chair is pointing directly towards it, and your back foot is parallel. Yep. And then we're just gonna reach forward any amount. And we're working towards our hips being stacked. So instead of that next pose, they're closed, and then this one, they're kind of stacked. So the pelvis is facing, yep, towards me. Like the hand on there better. And then if it works, we can lower our hand behind our skull, and on our inhale, we'll look towards the elbow. No force. Exhale, any about opposite elbow down. Ooh. Ooh. That was a microscopic tick or something.
Oh,
I think
really?
I got it though. Inhale, open. Exhale. Opposite knee. One more time like that. Exhale. Opening up. Exhale. And then we're going to bring both hands onto the back of the chair. And we can kind of step forward and turn both our feet so they're pointing towards the back of the chair. But they're staggered a little. So one foot's in front of the other. Yep, whatever foot was, I'll move so you can see in the video. Whatever foot was closest to the chair is still closer to the chair. Nice deep breaths. And then we'll slowly stand up. And we're just going to stand for a second, taking inventory, noticing the effects of the practice so far. Nice. Excellent. And we'll find our strap again here. It's walk 30, people. And we're gonna grab it a little wider than our shoulders. And on our inhales, you're going to inhale, bring it up, and just as far back as you can. Without force, exhale, lower it down. And we're creating a tension, we're pulling on it. One more time. Now we're going to make it even wider. And we're going to do that again, but maybe we can go a little bit further back without any force. Don't hurt your shoulder. We'll stay here and we're going to just gently lean to one side. And then the other. And back. And back to center. And then you're just going to release it as wide as you need to let it come down back behind you. Doesn't like that. Okay, we're going to bring it back in front of us.
Okay.
Yep. And we'll release it. And we'll bring our chair back to center. And we're going to find our block. We're going to do a little more chair pose. So we're going to put our block in the center there. And we have two blocks, so we're going to bring one in between our hands too. So you're going to really press, you're really pressing your legs together and you're pressing your arms into your block. Yep. Big inhale, we'll take a back bend. Exhale, we're going to just slowly, like we're going to sit in that chair. And breathing here right before we sit down. And pressing down to rise up. One more time. And then hovering. And you press your hands into that block. Smiling, this is happy pose, it's so fun. And inhale, rise. Last one, exhale. Lowering, and this time we're going to slowly, slowly, slowly find our way all the way to our seat. Nice. Now we're going to keep squeezing this block. And then we'll slowly lower it down. We're releasing both. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That'll keep us all mobile for a long time.
Okay. I need my mobility.
Let's see. So we're gonna cross one leg over. Yep. And then we'll lift the arms up. Exhale, whatever leg's on top. So for me it's left elbow's down first then. So you're, yep, and then right. Yep. And then if we can bring the, yep. Inhale, we lift the elbows up. Exhale. Elbows and nose towards navel. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. And we're going to pause here. You're slowly reaching your elbows up and breathing into the back of the heart. And then inhale, rise. Exhale, release the arms. And then another exhale, bring hands to heart. And we'll bring our ankle onto our knee and we're gonna, I forget, did we do this last time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're doing it again.
Okay.
It's okay. And we're gonna just do nice circles with our ankle here. reverse. And then we're gonna see if, can you grab your shin?
And,
If you hold it out here a little bit more. You're gonna keep your elbow so you can hold your knee. Yep.
I'll hold my knee.
And we're gonna just rock that knee in the hip joint. And do little circles. And reverse. Yeah, and you're doing a really good job. You want to keep your ankle nice and flexed so you take care of all those tendons. And then we'll slowly release. And let's straighten that leg. We're gonna have that leg we're just holding nice and straight. We can have a block with us. And you're drawing that extended leg, you're drawing the whole leg in towards the hip. So you're kind of like energetically, you're like sucking it into the hip, yeah. Yeah, and you don't have to like pick it up, but like you're feeling your femur bone going into your hip socket.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we're gonna reach forward. And you can walk that bent knee out to the side a little if you want to. So you just have one leg extended here. And this foot's nice and flexed. Yep. That kind of making sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On our inhales, we're going to just look up. Exhale, we lengthen the spine and we roll down a little. And you're moving with the breath, this little pulse. Inhale, you're looking up. Exhale, relaxing into it. One more time. And relax. And then we're going to slowly bring our block and we'll come back up. And then we're going to have both feet flat on the earth and we're just going to shake it out so you can tap your heels down. And then we're going to cross the opposite leg on top. So the right leg on top this time. And then we reach the arms up. And the right arm down first and then left. Yep. And inhale, you lift the elbow. Exhale. Elbow and nose towards knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Nose and elbow to knee. 2 more times like that. Last one. And we're gonna pause here. So we're lifting the elbows, but we're we're opening the back of the heart. So we're using the shape to bring our shoulder blades away from center. And then inhale, we'll reach up. And unwind. Another big inhale. And exhale, hands to heart. And a little pause. And then we'll bring that right ankle on top of our left knee. Yep. And we're going to just lace our fingers in there. And we'll do some circles. And reverse. We could give ourselves a little massage. Last time we forgot to do that. And just give yourself a little foot massage while you're over here.
Yeah, we did that.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. And then we'll release the legs and then we'll shake it out. Oh wait, well we can shake it out now and after. We'll just
Okay.
do it. We'll do the extra time. And just kind of like let that, and then we'll slowly pause. And so the right leg is extended this time. And then we'll find our block. And we're drawing that right leg, so we're drawing that leg into us while it's extended, and then we slowly reach, and we can always bring that left leg a little out to the side if that is helpful. The foot's nice and flexed. And then on our inhales, we're going to look up and really lengthen the spine and get a little back bend. And then exhales, we relax. Inhale, look up. Exhale, relax. 2 more times like that. Last one. And then we'll slowly bend both knees and we'll roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, coming into a seat. Yep. And then we're going to just do a little heel drop and shake it out again. Imagining just releasing any past experiences that never fully got to be released out of our body. We're giving them an opportunity to be moved. And then we'll find stillness. And we'll do a breathing practice. So Nadi Shodhana. Okay, we've done this several times together. So it's alternate nostril breathing.
Mm-hmm.
And so traditionally you drop the peace fingers down and you use this, but if that's confusing, you can just use any old finger. Like, so one comes to your right nostril.
Like this? No. This
Yeah,
one.
that's the traditional. Yep, you're doing it.
Oh, okay.
But if that's like just strenuous or not helpful, you
No,
can
I don't
use,
need
yeah. And then we'll bring our left hand into Jnana Mudra. So this is representing the individual and universal self coming together. And then we're going to take an inhale through our left nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And we'll release and just noticing the effects of the practice so far. So now we'll do box breathing. It's almost the exact same practice, only you inhale and then you hold it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you exhale and you hold it. So
Okay.
we're going to start with a count of 4 for the inhale, hold, exhale to 4, hold for 4. Okay? So we'll bring our right thumb to our right nostril again. And we'll inhale through the left. Pause, holding the inhalation. And then exhale right for 4. And then holding the exhalation. Inhale right. Pause. Exhale left. holding the exhale. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Hold. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Hold. Inhale left. Pause. Exhale right. Hold. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Exhale as completely as possible. And we'll release the hands. We're going to hold that exhale as long as is safe and comfortable. And whenever you're ready, you'll take a big inhale. And we'll hold the inhale as long as works. And then whenever you're ready, releasing, breathing normally. Now we're going to just drop our ear down towards the shoulder. And then we'll roll the chin across center to the other side. And then we'll slowly just rock the chin back and forth. And then we'll come to center and we'll bring our legs nice and wide and our hands on our knees, and we're going to just do these big circles around the pelvis. And switch directions. And then we'll release. We'll bring the knees together. And you're just going to bring your left hand onto your right knee. And you're going to reach back to the seat of your chair. And you're just going to have a nice twist. So looking back towards that shoulder behind you. Nice deep breaths. And on an exhale, just let it go. So just let it slowly unwind, however it does. So just gently release it, and then we're going to find it on the second side. So right hand on left knee, and you'll grab the back of your seat with your left, and you'll just twist. And on your next exhale, just relaxing and letting that twist naturally unwind. And then when you're at home, maybe you'll do a Shavasana or legs at the wall. Will be a nice kind
Okay.
of complete practice. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Fun. I'm glad really
Yeah.
nice outside.
That was awesome.